Thanks everyone to join us this morning. You're right, it's a pleasure to see so many people and familiar faces. You're right also. So just to kind of insight, we try to keep the presentation quite short and very straightforward. So it will give us more time for Q&A because I'm pretty sure you may have some questions. So I think one of the key data to remind collectively is the DSP objective for 2020, which is basically 20% of any form of transaction to be digital, so 1 by 5. I know that at GCash is something we strongly keep in mind. However, the view for us is financing inclusion, finance for all, which is one of our key taglines, can only concretely happen if you fix the real problem to people. You need to clearly identify what's their daily issue, what are the blocking points, and bring a concrete solution to them. Or else it's just words, but no concrete benefit for the people. And at the end, that's the people we are working for. And I can testify that the user perspective is something we are always giving priority at GCash. Each time we do something, is it useful or is it just a gadget? Does it really change the user day to day, or it's just something nice to show, but not so obvious in terms of results? So sending, as you were kindly introducing, sending money is a basic expectation for everyone. When you check actually the Nielsen data, we even ask sending money from a general perspective. That means include transferring money, like cash, from one individual to another individual. And basically it's like 76% of the 13 years old up to 65 years old are transferring money, are sending money. That includes the cash again. So there is no question, sending or shopping are basically obvious expectations from the user. It should be expected lead case for any e-wallet. So probably I would say early last year, we collectively decided at GCash that our proposition to transfer money should be drastically improved. It's good to make statements like, I'm going to fix real problem for real user. It's just a statement, what's the point? So we decided that we would put a very strong effort, resource, thinking to fix that. So what does that mean, fix that? Number one, the experience itself. So we analyze, we dig into data, we try to see what was the expectation. We talked to a lot of people. We realized that it's not only the product itself, but they also wanted more options. So we developed more products. And we also realized that there was some key pinpoint that we could address. So we also pushed up to disrupting some established landscape. I'm sure some of you are using our send to bank feature. You can send money in real time, immediately, and it's free. I mean, as you can see, I'm not necessarily Filipino, but when I started to operate here as a client with bank, I realized that, oh, it's complicated and it's kind of expensive. And last but not least, we also realized that we needed to reassure our user by bringing a stronger feel of confidence. So we even created, but we launched a couple of weeks ago, a consumer protection approach where we even guarantee you that the money will happen, that the transfer will arrive. If it doesn't arrive, it's on us. That's a strong statement. And today the results are there. So we discussed with Nielsen a couple of months ago and told them we want a clearer picture of the results of all this effort that we put on the table. We want to know, is that useful? Did we really solve a problem or not really? And the results are quite straightforward. So today, basically, we have 13% of the population of our target who are using a wallet, an e-wallet, to send money to someone, to an account, to themselves. It can happen. 13%, it's not a small figure at all. We could say 1 Filipino by 7. It's not yet 20%, but definitely it's on the right path. And on this 13%, on this 7 Filipino, 10% are using GCash. That means the rest of the market is basically consolidated in 3%. I think that's a pretty strong figure that clearly said that, okay, when it's about transferring money, sending money, we are clearly identified as the leading player. But I would say the second element is more important. Maybe we can move to the next slide. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's the one I was talking to you about. But the next slide is, I think, even more important. So we said, okay, obviously in terms of usage, it's there. But what about in terms of branding? So we develop the product, people use it and keep on using it, a galaxy of products. But what about the perception of the GCash brand? We want to be a lifestyle brand. We want to be perceived as their day-to-day partner for every financial operation they could have made. And that's pretty clear. So Nielsen has something they call a brand equity index. I will not go into technical terminology, but basically it's quite simple. It's based on 3 criteria. Does this brand is your favorite one? Would you recommend it to a buddy? And actually, even further, would you even be ready to pay to use service of this brand? Is it as good as that? Well, the feedback is pretty clear. If you check the figures, we're actually 3 to 4 times higher than one of our competitors. And I don't even know how to compute versus the last player, but we are significantly higher. For me, beside the figure and the volume, as I was telling you earlier, this is a very, very successful feedback from the user. That means not only we solve a problem, but people realize it. So they start to trust you, and it also gives us a responsibility, meaning now they are expecting us to keep on solving problems. I think that gives a pretty good sense of achievement of a milestone. We are definitely planning to go further, and we're going to keep on iterate, keep on proposing new service. But it's an achievement for us as one leading milestone today in Philippines, when people think to send money cashless in a digital way. We are obviously their number one thought. It's a pretty good achievement. Next, please. So we have a little more detail about who and the reason why they are using our service. Maybe Nick, you can give us a couple of additional information about that.
So hi, I'm Nick. I'm the KYC cluster head for GCash. And as Fred mentioned, GCash is a customer-first company. So we really wanted to check if the products and services we had in mind were aligned to what the customer needs. So as you can see in this matrix provided to us, it highlights different things that people prioritize when sending or transferring money. Green being the most important, and yellow or orange being the least important. And true to Filipino nature of being malasakit and mapagbigay, it's mostly around functional needs. So it's mostly about providing for your family, providing for daily needs, addressing emergency items such as paying your bills. Which leads us to the next main topic, the 3 main uses of money transfer in the Philippines. So it's not very surprising that it's still around providing for others, and it's still very functional, which is around allowance, payments, and remittance. Of course, remittance will appear because it's a very, very large segment in the Philippines. We have a huge amount of OFWs providing for their families over here. But allowance is actually the main reason they send money to their families. So their families have enough money to go to school or to address daily needs such as what to eat in a day or what to do in a day. Which, the technical difficulties. So it's not transferring right now, but which leads us to experience. So coming from what Fred talked about, it's not enough that you know what products to deliver or that you address their key needs. Experience is a very important aspect. How we deliver the service should align with the kinds of products that we launch to market. So through the Nielsen study, we were able to validate that users want a platform that is able to deliver service instantly. So they want a platform that immediately gives their hard-earned money into the hands of their loved ones. Secondly, they also want a platform they can trust. A platform that they know takes care of their hard-earned money. But most importantly, they want a platform that is convenient, that doesn't disrupt the daily lives or their day-to-day activities when going about their day. So there are actually 3 pillars that we keep in mind when developing products. So that's anytime, anywhere, and instant. And I'll pass it over to Krisha to talk about what are the products we've developed and what to look forward to coming from this mindset.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Krisha. I'm the head of P2P Send Money. So coming off from Nick's presentation, basically we already know what our customer needs and what our customer wants. So they need is to be able to transfer money, but what they want is to be able to do it anytime, anywhere, and instantly. Now, GCash Send Money has taken this to heart, so we've created a lot of products that answer this very need. So right now what we have is Express Send, which lets users send money instantly and for free. For bank transfer, we have this feature to make sure that you no longer have to queue on a line. You can transfer, you could do bank transfer 24/7 anytime. And for Send with a Click, what we are offering is not just being able to send money, but also being able to make it more fun. So you can add attachments on your send money transactions. And our recent product that we've released is KKB. As you know, KKB is kanya-kanyang bayad. So KKB is like a split bill. It's easier for the users to actually split a bill with your friends, ask for payment. So all of these are data-driven. Every single optimization that we've done for send money is due to the data usage, transaction details, all of this. We take this into account to make sure that we optimize our products, not just based on this usage, but also on the evolving need of each user. So we also want to evolve and improve as much as our market is evolving. Now, having said this, come 2020, we want to focus on 3 main things. One is to lean towards the social usage or social dimension of money transfer. The second one would be creating differentiated use cases that are very unique to us. And then for the third one, it's building trust and confidence. When we say opening up the social component, it means that when it comes to send money, we've mentioned that it's for allowance, remittance, and payments. But there is also a social component to that. As you already know, when you're going out with somebody, when you're going to a lunch, there's always a dimension of having to pay money with your friends. So this is what we're going to open up. We're going to open up the network of people you're going to send money to. This at least removes the barrier of why are you going to use GCash. This time we're going to make sure you're going to use GCash because your friends are also using it. For differentiating use cases in the competitive landscape, there's a lot of services out there that are very similar. What we want for 2020 is to bring something else into the table. Bring something that's very valued, but at the same time, it answers an actual need or an actual problem. And then lastly, and also I think very most importantly, we want to build confidence. We want to ensure our users that they can trust using our product. This means not just customer protect, but making sure that our products are very intuitive. The chances that we're going to ask customer support for help will be minimal because we're going to make sure that our products are very trustworthy and easy to understand. To conclude our presentation, we all know, or at least based on this presentation, we know that the GCash is already leading the market. but we want to maintain that position. So this is why we want to know who our target market is, what we're going to do in the future, and this is our plan for 2020 and moving forward. We will continue to make products that not just add value to the users, but also provide a bulletproof experience that everyone can find trustworthy. And that's it for our presentation.
Thank you. It's very good, the characters I'm getting. Yeah, very good.